All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are about to kick off another night of IGL where we are kicking this one off with a game between Gamers R Us and Mr. Clean Dream Team. We are in US East Tier 3 Division 20. Mr. Clean Dream Team comes into this game with a record 2 and 2, having scored 25 goals and winning 50% of their games. While on the other side of the pitch, we have Gamers R Us coming into this one with a 3 and 1 record. They have scored 53 goals and end up winning 60% of their games. But we are kicked up and ideally will be able to get into this one shortly. As off the bat, we are seeing players start to join. Putting this is not boomer mode. Checking it out, I think the other team is wrapping up their last warm-up game before joining in on this one, but we will see shortly. Putting why are you so for boomer mode. What is your boomer mode favoritism? The tier is this is tier 3 division 20 on USE servers. No, it's all good at all. It's understandable. I've done just as dumb things where it's like I've looked at it and made mistakes that are right in front of me, so it's definitely something where that's also not something that we're trying to have jump off the page. You want to see some sick air dribbles by Justin Pudding. I don't know if you'll see that one here, but we will get to see. You might see some sick air dribbles. Unfortunately, I don't know if there is a Justin in this game. just cast one of Justin's games easy. You know, as good as that sounds, I think that's a lot harder than most people want to give it. As it looks like we are getting the second team to load into the lobby with Mr. Clean Dream Team. And it looks like we have all. Alright, it looks like that should be good. Oven set to 420, good to go. Alright, let's kick into this one then. Getting this one underway. Both teams joining in. Here we are. Gamers Are Us versus Mr. Clean Dream Team in some Tier 3 Division 20 action. Off the kickoff, here we go. Salamander pushing this one forward, going up off the ceiling over to the far side as it goes back. Dad hits across, down, front to alright, bud. Down to Salamander. Salamander hits pipe, and little G-Bot clears. Mr. Clean with the save on the follow-up. Off it goes. Little G-Bot pushes wide. Salamander back up for this one. Not quite able to get to it. Mr. Clean off the sidewalk. Little G-Bot met by alright, bud at midfield. Playing across for Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean trying to get a shot on it. Not quite there. Alright, bud taking this one back into the orange half. Salamander possesses here, trying to get a center. Beats little G-Bot, but Mr. Clean is sitting on it. And we will see the other Mr. Clean with it as well. Little G-Bot playing towards the center. Off the far side. Alright, bud possesses here. Flicks past Mr. Clean to the other Mr. Clean. Plays off by little G-Bot towards the center. Dad plays it. Salamander met by Mr. Clean. Little G-Bot fires a shot, saved by alright, bud. Push back to the corner. Mr. Clean up. Plays across. Other Mr. Clean forces 50, met by Salamander, back out of the corner. Up it goes, unfortunately hits into the teammate. Still at center field, alright, bud trying to take. Little G-Bot ends up going in for a 50, and he ends up winning it well. And he will manage to convert this one. Salamander was trying to possess, but little G-Bot gets back to it. And we will see Mr. Clean Dream Team taking a 1-0 lead for the Mr. Clean, with both of them being named that. It will be a bit odd to cast, but we will try. Little G-Bot with a great shot, but alright, bud is there for the Taz, but it does bounce back out to Dead Mouse Mr. Clean, and he puts it away. (2-0) for Mr. Clean Dream Team at the kickoff line. Dad 50s this one upwards. Out it goes. Alright, bud looking for a pass back down to Salamander, who does give it a shot that ends up falling just out. Salamander trying to drop it back down. Met by both Mr. Cleans. Out to little G-Bot, who plays forward. On to alright, bud. Mr. Clean firing one towards the net. Salamander is there. Off the sidewall, little G-Bot plays on home, but alright, bud is there. Back out we go. Past that, down to Salamander. Salamander firing one towards the net. Little G-Bot pushes this one to the side. All right, Bud takes possession now, looking for an air dribble. Pass over to Dad. Dad with the shot, and that one is in there. What a great pass to the shot. He saw his man, and he executed. He hit that one flawlessly. Dad will score there, pulling Gamers R Us back within 1. Back to the kickoff circle we go. 2:18 left to play. Up it goes. Salamander looking for a double. Can he quite get there? Not quite, as it is pushed away by Little G-Bot. Little G-Bot out of his own corner, trying to play onwards. Dad meets here, tries to get a center off. Can he get to the center? Ends up having it where the tag team, Mr. Cleans, make sure that they get this one out. Back it goes into the blue side half. Salamander takes here. Salamander plays out, but Little G-Bot fires one, but Alright Bud is equal to the task. Alright Bud pushing this one back out towards the center, where Dad takes a shot on this one, and Little G-Bot pushes it back out. Salamander diving in, putting this one towards the center. Can he get the read on it? Not quite. Mr. Clean will throw it back to the corner, but still in orange half. Mr. Clean 50 by Dad. As here it sits, Salamander with a bump, but other Mr. Clean will take. Off the sidewall we go, trying to play out towards center. As Dad takes here with trying to fire one. Alright Bud with a redirect, but it goes just high. Salamander firing one towards the far pipe, but Dead Mouse Clean clears this. As back out it comes. Alright Bud trying to fire. Pass Salamander, and it looks like this will be taken by Mr. Clean, but then Alright Bud separates him from the ball. Little G-Bot now plays it all the way back into the blue corner with Salamander. Salamander with a 50 with Little G-Bot, and across it comes. Alright Bud sitting on this one. Up to the air he goes. Looking for a quick touch, and it drills the pipe. Almost flawless execution outside of that. Ending up just barely taking pipe on that one. Mr. Clean flicks upwards. Dad is able to play back into the opposing half. Salamander looking for a touch, unable to get it, so Mr. Clean pushes forward with a quick flick. Alright Bud playing in the center for Dad. Dad able to get a shot. Mr. Clean with the save, and the tag team Mr. Clean will push it out. Is that enough, or will they be able to bring this one back down? Blue but trying to keep up. They are in this corner, flicking, and will the ball stay? Mr. Clean plays out high. Salamander looking for a touch, trying to dribble this one towards the center, but Mr. Clean will jump in there and 50 it. That is where it will drop, and we will see Mr. Clean Dream Team take game 1. So just to make sure I have this, I will be calling them Dead Mouse Mr. Clean and Normal Mr. Clean. Alrighty. Magic Erasers for the win. Mr. Clean letting you know. Alright, back at it we go. Salamander plays across. Mr. Clean with the shot. Pops out with the Dad meeting Little G-Bot, making sure that one doesn't find the way to the back of the net. Mr. Clean playing out high. Dad with a good touch on that one, but Mr. Clean is there. Alright Bud taking back into his own half, playing across. Offside wall he goes. Hard flick into the orange half. Draws back out center. Not quite able to get the read, and Mr. Clean will push it wide. Dad 50ing back towards the center. Little G-Bot plays back towards the corner. Out he goes. Gets the second touch to push it on into the blue half. Blue half. Salamander looking to take. Mr. Clean forcing 50. That goes high. Dad will hit this one out. Mr. Clean now playing back towards high. Alright Bud looking for a touch on it. Unable to quite get it. Salamander passes across to Dad. Dad trying to fire one towards the inside net. Little G-Bot will make sure that this is pushed towards the corner. Alright Bud playing high. Rolling across. The little G-Bot meets it and pushes it further out. Salamander jumps in there, ends up trying to possess, but Deadmau5, Mr. Clean pushes this one to the side. Alright, Bud, back up, playing just over Deadmau5, Mr. Clean, but little G-Bot is there, pushing on sideways. Salamander up he goes, but little G-Bot pushes him back. Falls down to Alright, Bud. Alright, Bud playing into the orange side corner. Orange side corner tag team Mr. Cleans once again at it. Little G-Bot now possesses, meets Salamander on the wall. Alright, Bud tries to play out towards the center. Up for Dad. Dad ends up getting a good 50 on that one, but hits the pipe and across and out. Salamander sitting back on it. Tries to play outwards for Alright, Bud. Alright, Bud with a quick touch to get past one. Tries to flick Deadmau5, Mr. Clean, not able to do so. Off the back wall, Salamander plays, but little G-Bot tries to kick this one back towards center where Dad will get rid of it. Out he plays. Into the orange side half he goes. Up off the wall, trying for a play. Mr. Clean, soft touch, back down to little G-Bot. Into the blue side half we go now. Alright, Bud, off the wall, trying to flick on out. Mr. Clean is there for it, off the back wall, but Dad says he instead insists going the other direction. Mr. Clean, Deadmau5 playing towards the center far side. Little G-Bot not quite able to pinch it in as he ends up getting a pinch between the crossbar and the goal. Back towards the center we go. Not quite able to convert, and it comes back across where Dad flicks. Dad flicks onwards looking for a touch, unable to do so. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean with the clearance. Salamander playing down. Mr. Clean pops one into the blue side half. Up high we go. Looking for it. Dad gets a quick touch to put back towards center. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean goes. Little G-Bot with a 50 outwards. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean not quite able to put that one home. Mr. Clean off the wall, trying to play back towards center. Down it goes. Alright, Bud pushes outwards. On this, little G-Bot meets it, pinches with the wall, up it goes, into the play, off the back wall, trying to double up, does double up, falling down center. Mr. Clean putting that one away. What a goal, what a great setup by little G-Bot, doubling up in order to get this ball to pinch back down towards the center, and Mr. Clean with the read and slides it between the three defenders to put it away. We find Mr. Clean Dream Team with a 1-0 lead, about 2 minutes left to play. Alright, Bud playing this one towards off the wall he goes. Playing quick shot off the crossbar pipe. Salamander is there, throws one, but Deadmau5, Mr. Clean looks like he saves that one. Dad firing one back towards the center. Mr. Cleans are there for it. Alright, Bud off the corner. Salamander diving back in, trying to play out for his team, but little G-Bot will intercept. Here we go, back to Alright, Bud. Alright, Bud trying to play out, unable to quite necessarily do so. Mr. Clean popping back center for his teammate, Mr. Clean. The Mr. Clean connection comes through for this one, where Deadmau5, Mr. Clean throws one center for the normal Mr. Clean, and we see him put that away. The Mr. Clean connection on that to give Mr. Clean Dream Team a 2-goal lead. Back to the kickoff. Gamers R Us looking for a response. Dad plays center to Alright, Bud. Alright, Bud fires one forward. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean is there. Salamander plays on. Alright, Bud off the sidewall. Little G-Bot pops that one upward. Still towards center. Salamander off back wall. Falling down, but normal Mr. Clean gets a touch on it. It looks like it's towards the net, and little G-Bot will put it away. Mr. Clean Dream Team finding themselves with a 3rd goal in this one. Good insurance, a 3-goal lead with a minute left. Still doable for Gamers R Us, but it's going to take a bit of work. Back at the kickoff we go. Mr. Clean winning, Mr. Clean Deadmau5 winning it well. Little G-Bot not quite able to get there, but Mr. Clean Deadmau5 is, but Alright, Bud makes the save. Pushing this one on out, keeping his team alive. Off the sidewall, Salamander looking up for it. Ends up getting a soft touch. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean gets a touch and deals with it nicely to get another touch on it and push it away from the blue entourage of attacks. Little G-Bot up he goes into an air dribble. So getting past one. Dad fires towards the net. Normal Mr. Clean. Unfortunate read there and is unable to get back to it. Dad will find himself with a goal. 30 seconds left. Pulling within 2. Gamers R Us. Do they have what it takes? It's a difficult task, but still. A lot of things can happen in Rocket League. Back to the center we go. Alright, Bud and Mr. Clean. This one pinches on into the orange side half. Little G-Bot plays on out towards the central. At center. Alright, Bud. 50s across with Deadmau5, Mr. Clean. Off the ceiling, tries to play center, not quite. Mr. Clean pushes this one forward into the far corner. 50s with that, and it goes out to little G-Bot, and he puts that away. It's safe to say that's probably a clincher where 3 goals in 10 seconds is nearly impossible. We will see Mr. Clean Dream Team proudly taking this game too with the insurance of that goal right there. And we see Mr. Cleans loving it in the chat. Plays back out, back towards the corner. Here's where we find it. Salamander up. Salamander with the touch. A rocket towards the net. Falls down in front. Not quite enough time to put that back away. Mr. Clean Dream Team taking game 2. These 2 games have gone by. Mr. Clean Dream Team finding the way to get wins in both of them. Go, go, go. If he can. Am I going to need a remake? Alright, he is in here. We should be good. All players load into this. Game 3. Can Mr. Clean finish it here, or do we get the start of a comeback for Gamers R Us? Dad popping high off the back wall. Mr. Clean pushes this one on outwards. Salamander plays back into the orange half. In the orange half, Deadmo is Mr. Clean trying to play onwards. 50s with all right butt off the back wall towards the center, and little G-Bot is all over that one. Putting it in the net. A conversion, a 1-0 lead for Mr. Clean Dream Team. Back to the center we go. Alright, bud, playing it down. Looking for it, touch towards it, trying to throw center. Salamander trying to hit out, but is met by little G-Bot. Little G-Bot playing on. Alright, bud pushes it to make sure it goes wide. Off the blue side back wall, he plays on out. Deadmo, Mr. Clean gets a piece of it. Dad flicks outwards. Dad to Salamander. Salamander with a quick shot towards the net. Mr. Clean throws this one back into the blue half. In the blue half, Mr. Clean tries to fire one at the net, pushed back away by Salamander. Little G-Bot trying to play on, met by Salamander. Salamander pushing it past one, not quite able to beat Deadmo's Mr. Clean there, but it does end up falling to Dad, who plays onward. Out towards the center, Salamander tries to 50 with Mr. Clean. Little G-Bot plays on into the corner. Out of the corner, not quite able to get much more. Alright, Bud gets that play to be finalized. Mr. Clean Deadmau5 plays out. Now we see normal Mr. Clean booming it on into the blue half. Salamander trying to take this one. Plays back off the sidewall towards the center. Salamander towards center, towards Dad. Dad fires a shot, and it does go in. Gamers R Us finding a way to tie this one up. 1-1 game on the pass from Salamander back to Dad. Back to the kickoff we go. Alright, Bud meeting Mr. Clean. This finds its way into the orange corner. Salamander playing off the back wall. Tries to go center, and Alright, Bud is there for it. That's a 2-1 lead for Gamers R Us. Alright, Bud able to make a proper read on this and put it away. Here we go. Gamers R Us finding themselves 1-goal lead. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. Kickoff. Alright, Bud looking to take this one. Fires one up the field, but Deadmo's Mr. Clean plays sidewall. Here's little G-Bot gets met by Dad. Alright, Bud playing on outwards. Looking for it as he drops it to Salamander. Salamander trying to get towards the center. Alright, Bud with a 50. It does start to fall, but Dad plays back towards the corner to Alright, Bud. Alright, Bud with the center. Salamander 50s with Mr. Clean as he makes the initial save, but is not able to get a second. Here we see the 3-1 lead for Gamers R Us. back to the kickoff. Here we go. Dad playing on upwards. His dad popping this one high. Down towards the center yet again. Mr. Clean pushes this one on outwards. Alright, Bud is all over it, playing on out. Soft touch towards center. Little G-Bot sits on it and reads it. Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean playing towards the center. Little G-Bot there with the attempted flick, but alright, Bud is all over that. As this one's put back down, alright, Bud will throw this to the far corner to make sure that no immediate threat is had. Back up he goes, plays on out. Back to Dad. Dad firing it forward. Alright, Bud trying to get a touch, but Mr. Clean deals with it. Back into the corner, Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean flicking out. Salamander is there, and he puts it away. That will be an assist for Dad. But Salamander is able to read the attempted clearance, and as it pops right back out to him, puts it to that far pipe and in. 4-1, Gamers R Us lead. Salamander and Mr. Clean meeting up, back up at the center. Dad playing onwards. Mr. Clean tries to read Dad, plays back into the corner. Mr. Clean trying to clear it. Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean plays forward, gets past the second defender. Dad is there for the save, throws this back out. Mr. Clean towards the center. Alright, Bud playing upwards. Alright, Bud trying to flick Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean, not quite able to do so. Up for Salamander. Salamander just high. Little G-Bot pops this one away from Dad. Alright, Bud does play back towards center, but Little G-Bot pushes this on out. Dad's there, throwing it towards the far side pipe. 50's in front, back towards the center we go. Salamander plays into the orange side corner, flick across for Alright, Bud. Alright, Bud converts. Gamers R Us are finding their stride with these quick passing plays across the center right now, and it is converting. 5-1 lead for them, pulling their way back into the series. Here we go, Dad and Little G-Bot meeting up at the center. Salamander playing on out. Tries to get another touch, not able to do so. Mr. Clean plays forward, but Alright's there for it. Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean pops it high. Little G-Bot and Alright Bud on it, and it actually plays into the orange side corner. Down there, Mr. Clean tries to play out. Salamander off back wall. Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean forcing high. Salamander plays back out to his teammates. Alright Bud playing out of the corner. Little G-Bot is there. Dad off that side wall lightly. Tries to play back. Salamander with a quick flick. And honestly, I think the defender was reading the touch from the first potential blue player, and Alright Bud, but Salamander came in and used him as a tee, and it faked up the defenders, then opened the net for the 6th goal for Gamers R Us. Here we go. Back we go to the kickoff. Back to the corner. Salamander playing on out. Up he goes. 50s with Little G-Bot. Across it is Dad throwing into the orange side corner. Out it pops. Quick shot. Far and over the net. Mr. Clean now with a chance. Left for Little G-Bot, but Salamander dives in and takes that one back into the half. Back up. Falls down for Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean plays onwards towards the center, but Salamander pushes back out wide. Mr. Clean sitting on it. 50s. Alright, Bud trying to play off that wall. Met by Little G-Bot as he 50s towards center, but Salamander will kick this one out. As it goes to Mr. Clean, but Dad is there for a soft touch. And then Alright, Bud. Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean 50s across. And Mr. Clean gets a demo on Dad. Into the far side half. Mr. Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean, Little G-Bot 50. Mr. Clean trying to pinch this back towards the center. Up it pops from Dead Mouse, Mr. Clean. Salamander pushes it wide. Still in the corner, still up. Alright, Bud pinching forward, and it will find itself killing there. There is a game response from Gamers R Us. They found their stride, passing to the center in that one, pulling this one back to a 2-1 series. With the Gamers R Us win, getting their first of the series. Next game, once again, Mr. Clean is on match point, but we did just see a convincing game out of Gamers R Us. Are we going the distance? Or are we going to see Mr. Clean manage to close it out here? I think that is everyone. Back we go for Game 4. Mr. Clean Dream Team leading the series 2-1, but Gamers R Us did just take the last game. Up it pops. Dad meets in the air on Mr. G-Bot, and Alright Bud is there for it. And he puts it away for a 1-0 Gamers R Us lead. Little G-Bot and Dad ended up 50ing. And Alright Bud was able to get to it before Deadmau5 Mr. Clean. Puts it away. 1-0 lead. 9 seconds into this one. Alright Bud playing high with the air dribble. And he does get another touch to beat the defender right off the kickoff. I know you were saying earlier how you wanted to see some air dribble plays, Pudding Puff. Well, there's one for you. Back to the kickoff we go. Gamers R Us finding themselves up too early. Back into the corner it plays. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean. Dad takes. Drops towards the center, but Mr. Clean gets a touch to force Salamander's touch to be high. Back in we go. Mr. Clean playing across in an unfortunate play across, and Salamander is there for it. Salamander puts this one away. Salamander tucks it into that pipe to give a 3-0 lead for Gamers R Us. Back towards the center. Dad meeting Little G-Bot. Mr. Clean plays out a quick pinch off the far side back wall. Mr. Clean up, not quite there. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean sitting on it. Dad plays back across. Alright Bud trying to pass onward. The Little G-Bot dives in. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean pinching forward for Mr. Clean, but Dad is there for the save. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean trying to pinch. Alright Bud not allowing it. Oh, Deadmau5 Mr. Clean plays for Mr. Clean. Back towards the center. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean converts on the pass from Mr. Clean. The Mr. Clean duo. Keeping a clean and tidy offensive rotation in the blue half. Finally finding a way to put this one away, pulling themselves back within 2. To the kickoff circle we go. 4 minutes left. Dad plays on out and across. Little G-Bot sitting there. Little G-Bot off the blue side corner. Looks like some chaos is happening. And Mr. Clean puts away this pass from Little G-Bot as it drops down towards the center and out. And Mr. Clean's right there for it, and he finds himself slotting it into that near pipe. 3-2 now. Mr. Clean only trailing by 1. Back to the center we go yet again. Mr. Clean meets Salamander's attempted advances, but Alright Bud diving in, hits pipe, but gets the read and puts it away. Once again, Gamers R Us giving themselves a little bit more of a lead, 4-2. Here we go. Back at the center. Mr. Clean meeting Salamander. Dad plays on outwards. Little G-Bot with a quick shot, but Alright Bud pushes it wide. Alright Bud with a demo on Mr. Clean to make sure no more pressure is continued. Playing back down towards the center. Little G-Bot meets Dad. Salamander plays onwards. Mr. Clean pops high. Up for Little G-Bot, who pushes this below Alright Bud into the far corner. Dad with a quick pinch. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean throwing it towards the center, but Salamander is there for it. Down to Mr. Clean and pops, who tries to throw back to the center, but Little G-Bot pushes it, onto Little G-Bot, who pushes it back into the corner. Salamander trying to play out with this one. Not quite able to do so, but it still bounces, and Dad gets next possession. Here, Deadmau5 Mr. Clean plays on out. Looking for a quick shot, and an unfortunate defensive mishap there, as it hits off the pipe and off the defender. The defender trying to be in the right position to make a save, but unfortunately the shot bounced out right there, and it will end up converting for Mr. Clean Dream Team. Back to within 1. There we go, across it plays. Alright Bud playing on forward. Dad into the corner, playing on out back center to Salamander, but Mr. Clean's there. Alright Bud popping one that ends up going wide out to Dad. Dad with the shot just wide, just outside. Salamander playing back to the far side. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean's going to push this one back towards center and gets another touch to beat Alright Bud into the blue half. Out it pops, but Dad is there for it. Plays on upwards. Mr. Clean spins on it. Little G-Bot soft touch down to Mr. Clean, but Salamander dives in, forces a high 50 back at the center line. All right, Bud pushes this into the orange side half. Looks like it's going to drop on out, but Little G-Bot pushes it across high. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean, make sure no more action to be had. All right, Bud met by Deadmau5, Mr. Clean. On it goes. Little G-Bot firing one that ends up going to the side. All right, Bud pushes it further out. Little G-Bot, up he goes, off the ceiling, met by Dad, 50s on out. Mr. Clean 50ing this back across, drops on down. Dad with a quick one off the pipe. Salamander back on out. Little G-Bot pops back high over to Mr. Clean, who drops it down for Deadmau5, Mr. Clean, who tries to fire one, and he ends up getting the bump on Salamander at the end to ensure he can't get back to that, but the Mr. Clean play works off, gets the soft touch, and it shocks Salamanders, and then he just ensures that it will find its way into the net. Mr. Clean Dream Team tied this one back up. Anyone's game, a minute 35 left to play. Off we go. All right, Bud, pushing this one back to the corner. Mr. Clean popping high down towards center. Salamander is there, pushing this one on out. Mr. Clean met by All Right, Bud, plays out for Salamander. Salamander with the ace of a shot, putting this one away just underneath the crossbar with the aerial execution. Ends up giving Gamers R Us a 1-goal lead. Back to it we go. A minute 20 left to play. Here we are. Dad popping this one across. Looking for Salamander. Comes in shot, but ends up being just wide. All right, Bud. As it's pushed to the side by Deadmau5, Mr. Clean. Here he takes. Past Dad. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean with another touch, and it will head towards the blue side corner, but Salamander is on that and flicks it forward. Out it pops. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean trying to play towards the center. Dad off the sidewall. All right, Bud beats Little G-Bot and on into the orange half. He pushes it. Mr. Clean makes sure that doesn't find the net, but almost. All right, Bud is able to push this one back, and Deadmau5, Mr. Clean, well, he was almost able to get there, was not quite able to do so, and the quick little shot with precision on it to make sure he slides it back into the net, giving Gamers R Us the 2-goal lead. 47 seconds left. Back to the center we go. All right, Bud, Mr. Clean plays across. Dad tries to play on upwards. Little G-Bot sits on it and pops high. All right, Bud trying to push towards the corner. Unable to do so, and Little G-Bot converts, pulling this game to back within 1 with 36 seconds. Mr. Clean Dream Team find themselves now only trailing by 1. Can they pull back in this? If not, we will be going to a game 5. Back at the center. Mr. Clean forcing forward, gets back to it. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean converting on this right off the kickoff. A good kickoff from him. Out it plays hard back to the center, and he gets the proper touch to slot it away. Tied at 6 now, 33 seconds left. Mr. Clean Dream Team, can they finalize the series here, or will Gamers R Us force a game 5? Back at it we go. Pops towards the center. Deadmau5, Mr. Clean playing on for Mr. Clean. Tries to get in there, but Salamander with a good pinch with Mr. Clean, and that will find its way into the orange net. Gamers R Us once again taking a lead. 7-6, 24 seconds left in this one. Gamers R Us trying their best to force game 5. Here we go, back to the center. Little G-Bot plays forward, tries to beat one, but All Right, Bud is all over it. Mr. Clean, up he plays, off the sidewall, back down for Deadmau5, Mr. Clean. Pops high into that far side corner. All Right, Bud is all over that. Tries to play up, but Little G-Bot will force a 50. Little G-Bot trying to play on out, plays for Mr. Clean, who's trying to pop on into the blue half. Dad trying to play forward, trying to kill Mel for blue, but it's up on the sidewall. All right, Bud plays far side across. Salamander not quite able to get there. Little G-Bot does keep this one alive. Up it goes. Mr. Clean with a quick touch, but it is not quite there. So this will end up being a game 5 necessary as Gamers R Us take game 2. Take a game 2 for themselves. They take game 4. Here we are. Can Gamers R Us complete the reverse sweep? Or will we see Mr. Clean Dream Team closing out their dreams? Saying, no, this is our series. as we found a back and forth battle in that last one between Gamers R Us and Mr. Clean Dream Team. All players ready. We'll load back into this one last time. 6 of the 7 are here. All players in this lobby. Here we go. Winner takes the series. Game 5. Back to the center we go. Mr. Clean meets Alright Bud. Pushes this one to the side where Salamander tries to go with it. Salamander tries to pinch with the ground. Little G-Bot reads it and pushes it back to the side. Alright Bud off the back wall. Mr. Clean is there for it. Dad playing off that back wall. Out to Salamander, but Little G-Bot with the 50 to push it wide. Inside of the orange side has Deadmau5 Mr. Clean with a play on it. Ends up finding itself pinching back into the blue half between 2 defenders. Dad going up for this one, trying to play towards the center. Alright, Bud gets demoed to try to take some pressure off, and Little G-Bot throws this one back up. Up he goes. Tries to play, but Salamander is there first and plays into the orange half. Met by Deadmau5 Mr. Clean, played back into the orange half again. Now, Mr. Clean throws this one across, all the way back to Alright Bud. Off that sidewall, tries to pinch, unable to do so, plays back out towards Salamander. Salamander playing upwards, in the air with it, trying to get fancy, as he is able to get past the defender, but Mr. Clean will take there. Alright Bud off that backside wall towards the center. Little G-Bot pops it on outwards. Back into the blue half we go. Salamander popping this high. Pushed on by Deadmau5 Mr. Clean. Back towards the center. Dad ends up getting a good flick on it. Little G-Bot pushes it back high towards the center to put this one without immediate pressure, but Salamander with a shot. Met by Deadmau5 Mr. Clean. Tries for a demo play, but Dad pinches towards the center where Alright Bud's up. Alright Bud with a shot, but Little G-Bot pushes to the side yet again. Salamander now off that back wall. Dad in there, trying to convert, unable to do so, just wide. Alright Bud playing onwards. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean getting 50 up for Little G-Bot, unable to quite convert there, and Salamander pushes this one out wide. Mr. Clean looking for a 50 with Dad, unable to get it. He plays upwards. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean now looking for his chance, but Alright Bud pushes this one wide. Little G-Bot beats Alright Bud back towards the center we play. Looking for a touch. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean. Actually, all of the orange team with the shot towards the net, but Salamander is there for it, ensuring there is no immediate threat. Dad plays on into the orange side half. Out this goes towards Salamander. Salamander not quite able to find the net with that one, as it's just wide. Back he plays, falls towards the center. Little G-Bot with a shot, and he will find the far side corner, giving Mr. Clean Dream Team a 1-goal lead in Game 5. 2 minutes 45 seconds still remaining, but the execution was there on that play, and giving Mr. Clean Dream Team some hope to take the series early in Game 5. 2 minutes 45 left to play. To the center, Mr. Clean pops it. Salamander not going to get much. Back towards center. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean with a shot. Alright Bud pushes it high, but Mr. Clean is there for it. But it gets pushed back out by Salamander. Dad playing back across. Left for Salamander. Salamander with a flick on this one. Up he goes, unable to quite get there as Little G-Bot pushes this back on out. Alright Bud looking to take, trying to pass on over. Gets a touch, but it's read by Mr. Clean. Pops back towards center. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean trying to shoot, but Salamander cuts it off back into his own side corner. Plays on out towards midfield. He's met with a 50 between Dad and someone else. But here we go, back up into the orange half, off the orange half back wall. Pops towards the center. Salamander trying to do something, but Deadmau5 Mr. Clean forces into the blue side corner. In the blue side corner, we see Dad playing forward, getting it over the first defender, but Little G-Bot takes there, plays off sidewall with a quick shot, it looks like, and it is just high, not able to be put away. Out for Deadmau5 Mr. Clean, looking for it, tries to flick, but Salamander is already all over that read. Mr. Clean throwing back towards center. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean gets met by Alright Bud across with 50. Back in this half, Salamander off the back wall. Is he able to reach it? Unable to do so. Mr. Clean plays on outwards. Dad gets a touch on it. Met by Mr. Clean again. He throws towards the net, but Alright Bud will push that one back corner. Mr. Clean pops high, center. Deadmau5 Mr. Clean off the backboard. Not quite able to get a piece of it. Salamander is now taking the other direction. He cuts past one defender, flicks towards the net, and he will find it. The response for Gamers R Us in this one, tying it back up with 1:14 left to play. He's able to get around that one, and as he pops it high, Mr. Clean is not quite able to get back to it. Anybody's game, a minute 14 left to play. Any goal from this point on out could be the winner. Who knows? Game 5 could take the series for you. Back towards the center, it pops. Little G-Bot is there for it. Doesn't let it go across to Dad. Mr. Clean pinches on forward. All right, but sitting on it up, he plays. Tries to hit Salamander. Salamander with the touch. Back down to Dad. Dad fires one off the back wall. Back down it goes to him. Unable to quite get there. Salamander now off that back wall towards the center. All right, but with the shot. And the little G-Bot will push it back wide, but Salamander is there and is met well by Deadmau5, Mr. Clean. Dad plays off the sidewall towards little G-Bot. An unfortunate misread, but Deadmau5, Mr. Clean keeps this one wide. Salamander is there and slots it away, putting Gamers R Us up 2-1. Are they on the verge of completing the reverse sweep in this one? 2-1, Gamers R Us, 37 seconds. Mr. Clean Dream Team now needing something to go their way. Off the kickoff, Deadmau5, Mr. Clean playing on, tries to flick towards the center. Good flick, but all right, Bud will play under the oncoming orange attacker. Into this corner, pops high towards Salamander. Salamander does not quite convert. Out towards Dad. Dad fires one that goes just wide. Out towards All Right Bud yet again. Crossy plays, met by Mr. Clean. Salamander is on that, but it's up for little G-Bot, who plays under the blue oncoming attacker, but is unable to do much more. Up for All Right Bud. All Right Bud pushing this onwards. Mr. Clean turns on it. Dad popping it in the orange side half. Trying to kill here. And it falling towards the center. Little G-Bot pushes it. Salamander will fake, and that will end up finding Gamers R Us taking this series 3-2 on a reverse sweep. What a way to start off the night for casting. An absolute insane back and forth series the whole way. Both these teams finding moments of success, being down 4, fighting through it all. An insanely good first series for the night, where we see Gamers R Us taking a 3-2